guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Brandy. I like to do all things homemaking and motivational here on my channel to get you guys motivated for any kind of work to do around the house or anything that you have to get done for the day. You're in the right spot. So I hope today's video gives you some ideas. We're kind of switching it up today and we're doing some more outside motivation. So in my next couple of videos coming up, we'll probably be going back to like indoor cleaning and that kind of stuff, but I really wanted to share this journey with you guys and give you guys the outdoor motivation just to switch it up a little bit. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you have missed part one, be sure to go back and watch that first to see all the stuff that we landscaped outside for our new pool. Be sure to watch part one before you watch this one if you haven't seen it. But today we're going to work on the fire pit area, and I'm just starting with the fabric to put down so the grass doesn't come through, which the fabric that we originally started with was really thick and really good, and then we went to Walmart and got a different kind because it didn't have what we originally got. So this fabric was a little bit thinner, so I'm a little worried about it in the future. Like, we'll probably have to do some weeding, or like, I don't know how well it's going to hold up. I'll have to give you guys updates in the future about it. But we did buy this fabric from Walmart. Like I said, they did make different kinds, and there was more expensive kinds than others, so hopefully it holds up well. So we're just using the bricks to hold down the fabric. It was a little breezy on this day, even though it was so hot. I want to tell you guys, me and my husband, and even Cole, has been working our butts off on this landscaping to get this done, and honestly, it's not the right season to do this kind of stuff. Like, I don't recommend anybody doing this kind of DIY or just like outdoor landscaping in the dead heat of summer. It has been absolutely brutal, and I'm really actually surprised one of us hasn't gotten sick or something from how hot it's been. But we have, this week it's actually been a lot cooler, thank God, but we're actually almost done with the landscaping. So we had to do all this in like 95 degree, almost 100 degree index, and the only way to stay cool and to feel okay to even do any of this was we had to keep taking dips in the pool to cool ourselves off. But we just wanted to get it done, and I feel like me and my husband both are the type that we don't like projects unfinished, and we're just kind of, we just want to get stuff done. And I know, like, maybe it's not always the smartest thing to do whenever it's like this hot. I don't recommend like anybody go out and do this kind of stuff if you can't. It's just not really safe either. Like, a lot of people have been having heat strokes or get heat exhaustion or sun poisoning. Definitely wear your sunblock or whatever. But like I said, we had our mind set to get some of this stuff just completely done. My brother is going to come up in a little bit and help us with this pea gravel. So thankful for him and my dad for helping us finish up what was like a really big task to do, and it was really hard to do it by hand. So I'm so thankful for my dad's machine. Obviously, this project would have been a lot harder without it. So, and it probably wouldn't have got done for months, if I'm being honest with you all, if we had to do it by hand. But it's definitely possible to do this kind of thing a little bit at a time, even if you don't have a machine, like, because not everybody has a machine and not everybody can afford to rent them. So my dad just happened to have one, and so my brother was home on this day, so he decided to come up, and he knows how to run the Traco. So me and my husband has never ran one before. We would have done it, but I don't know how to work that thing. But anyways, my brother's going to help us move this pile of pea gravel. There was another pile that you guys can't see in this shot, moving the pea gravel down here, and then I'm just going to take my rake and smooth it out and make it even. Now, we are going to put this on pretty thick because we had a lot of pea gravel, and we still have that pile there that you guys see in front of me or off to the side of me. That pile is still down there. So we have offered some for my husband's daughter to come and get her a little load, because they want to do a pathway, because we just don't really have use for all of it. We actually got too much of it. But we are going to still continue to use a little bit of it yet, because we want to put fabric under the picnic table, we decided, and put some pea gravel under the picnic table. But that will probably be in another video, but that's not going to be like a dedicated outdoor video like this one is. That'll probably just be like included, and then I'll show you guys like the finishing touches of everything in another video, but for the most part, I did get to show you guys the final results in this video of pretty much what it's going to look like, other than just like an overview, which I might make a short video kind of showing the final like look of everything, so you guys can actually see. And like I said, in the next video you'll see more in depth of how everything turned out. But anyways, I'm rambling in this video already, so I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys and explain what we're doing in this video. And then also, I hope that you guys find this video motivational, and I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for hanging out with me. We're going back outside today to do some more work, believe it or not, but Cole is with me today, and me and him's going to stack some rocks on the bank, which you guys will see us do at the end of this video, but there's still a lot of rock stacking to do. But yeah, once the pea gravel was down, and we didn't get to fill it in, we didn't finish filling the pea gravel in, like there's some spots that obviously could be a little bit thicker, so we're gonna do that another day here. And I don't even know if I filmed that part. I think I might have filmed a little bit, but we're gonna finish the walkway too from the pathway up to the pool ladder here in a little bit. But right now we're just lining the fire pit area with river rock, like the bigger rocks we're putting on the outside of the plastic just to hold it down, and to also cover the plastic up because you don't want to show that ugly plastic. So we're gonna cover that up and fill in pea gravel the next day. So this video has been filmed over probably like a week, so that is why I haven't been present on YouTube. That is why I haven't been posting as much, because we've been so consumed with this project, and also we've been doing other things. I got to go to a concert over the weekend, which was a lot of fun, and I was so excited to go see The Weeknd. I don't know if any of you guys know The Weeknd. I think he's going to change his name actually back to his first name soon, so he will no longer be called The Weeknd. But any of you younger people that watch me probably know who he is. But I got to go see him in DC with my aunt and my husband, and also my aunt's girlfriend, and it was so much fun, you guys. It was just, I haven't been to a concert for a really long time, and it was so much needed to just go and have a good time. And I love The Weeknd's music, so it was just exciting. So anyways, that was fun, but now it's back to work. And I'm hoping to put out some more vlogs for you guys too. I think I'm going to vlog today actually, and film a little bit of me and Cole like getting those rocks stacked, because you have to do them by hand, at least if you want it to look nice. And I actually really enjoyed doing that last night. So far, that has been my favorite thing about this whole project that we've even done, is actually stacking those little crushed up river rock on the side of the bank. I don't know why, but I just found it so satisfying to sit there and like place them. Now you would think I wouldn't have a lot of patience for that, because this whole project I have had zero patience, and I've gotten really frustrated with like a lot of stuff. And this pea gravel thing was driving me crazy. Like I didn't really enjoy this part of the project, but thankfully, like I said, we had a machine to help us out. We didn't have to use the wheelbarrow and do it all by hand. That would have been so hard on the back. And then me and my husband have bad backs. Yesterday, we just was so busy yesterday. My back is sore, guys. So I'm trying to take it easy, but at the same time, I just want to get this stuff done. It's so crazy. I want to get this stuff done so we can like actually enjoy the pool before summer's over, and then before Cole goes back to school, which actually will be next Friday, which is crazy to me that the kids are going back to school. And I've already seen other kids going back August the 1st, and then somebody said some kids go back in July. Like, what the heck? Like, them poor kids didn't even have a summer if you're going back in July. Like, I feel bad for kids. Like, I feel like they need longer summers. When I was a kid, we didn't go back till the last week of August, and now kids go back like where we live, like the second or third week in August, which I just feel like isn't enough time for summer. You know, it's already flying by, and when I was a kid, I looked forward to my summers. So all right, I'm gonna let you guys watch for a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll explain what we're gonna do next. Alright, so I had to finish up the pathway here a little bit. There was just like a little bit left to be done. So I'm going to take a couple bricks, finish lining the pathway. You know, the saddest thing about our pathway, I was telling you guys in the last video that it's not perfect and stuff, and that my dad actually wanted us to continue the bricks all the way around the fire pit and the pool, which let me just tell you guys, that would have looked really nice. But me and my husband are just so done with the bricks, and it's honestly time consuming. We would have had to dig a trench around the fire pit. And I guess in the future, if we ever decide we want to do that, I guess we can do it. But like, I did not have patience to do the digging for the bricks, and then leveling them on this slate ground was the most frustrating thing that I've done in a while. And my bricks are wonky. As I was telling my husband, I was just using the word wonky. I don't even know if that's a word, but they're out of whack, guys. They're not perfect. My pathway is not perfect. It's definitely not professional in any way. So, but I think it looks fine. I think it's going to be suitable for us and our family, and I don't think it needs to be professional, you know, because at the end of the day, it serves its purpose, and we really like it. I feel like that's all that matters. So the river rock was just easier to do for lining around everything as a border than it would have been to do the bricks all the way around. So that's why we chose to do the river rock. Of course, like I said, I think the bricks would have looked really nice because it all would have matched and probably would have looked really good, but I just didn't have patience, guys. And I didn't have a tool to like dig me a trench either, which maybe if I would have had like an electric tool or something to dig, it would have made it a little bit simpler. And then, but yeah, so you guys can see me struggling here to get this brick level. I'm telling you, it was a task. Now, once we got down to the bottom of the path, I actually got the hang of it more, and I was having better luck with getting them like to line up and everything. But when we first started this, I'm gonna tell you, I was so frustrated because I didn't know what the heck. I just never thought that I was gonna get the bricks level. I didn't really take my time on it like I probably should have, but sometimes that happens when you're just want to get stuff done. And like I said, don't follow my channel for professional tips because you're not going to get that here. Say though, follow my channel if you want realistic stuff, because all my stuff that I share with you guys and all the stuff that we do, things that go on in my life, I try to be honest as possible with you guys and more realistic than most people are. So I am real here on my channel. I'm not going to come on and sugarcoat stuff. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to, you know, I want to keep it as real and relatable. That is my whole goal for my YouTube channel, is to always be real and relatable. And I hope that, I just want you guys to know that I'm a real person and that I'm not out to like, I don't know, be like some of those influencers are, where everything's just so fake looking and everything's not real, and it's just, I don't know. I don't want to be like that. I want to show you guys what I'm doing in my real life, everything that we get done and everything that we do, and be honest with you guys. And right now I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. This project cost a lot of money. I want to tell you guys that, and I'm going to be upfront with you guys. because of the area that we decided to do like the pea gravel, we had to, obviously we paid for all the rock that we had delivered in, and we had to pay for the delivery fee and all that. The pool cost a lot of money, the chemicals for the pool pump we had to buy, the ladder we had to buy, everything that went into this project was expensive. And here I'm going to be even more realistic with you guys. I did not have cash to pay for a lot of this. A lot of it went on a credit card, and I'm just being realistic, and I know it's nobody's business to know how much finances are and that kind of stuff, but I wanted to tell you guys that because I think a lot of the times people can come onto a video and assume things and assume people have like all kinds of money when that's not really the case. You don't really know what someone's finances are just by like looking at them. You might think you do, but in reality you don't really know what someone chooses to do with how they get things. And I'm being honest, we put a lot of this on a credit card, and that's just, we wanted to get this stuff done. We wanted to get everything at one time, so a lot of it went on a credit card, and we'll slowly have to pay it off. But to have it done will be a load off of our mind, and I just wanted to share that and be real, because I think it's great when you can just pay straight up cash for everything, but if in our case we wanted to get this all done at one time, we just couldn't do that. Okay, so we're on to a new day. This was actually yesterday. So when I got home from work, because I work on Mondays, you guys know I go and clean a house every single Monday. My husband got this topsoil, is what it's called, that you can buy in bags. So around our pathway was a rut from where the ditch had been built. And I guess technically we should have probably put the bricks all the way over to the edge. But like I said, the problem is we couldn't get the bricks level, and especially up top we struggled the most up here, I feel like, with our path, because we just didn't have the hang of it yet. So when we got down to the bottom of the path, it was like a lot easier because we had the hang of it. So the path is a little narrower in some places than others. Like I said, it's not perfect, but this topsoil filled in really nicely around the edges of the bricks to fill that ditch in. And then the grass will just grow all the way over to the brick, and it'll look a lot nicer once the grass fills in. But thank you guys so much for your really nice and sweet comments on the last video, telling me that it looked really good and everything. And I really appreciate you guys telling me that, because you guys probably can't see. I mean, you can definitely see some bricks in this shot that are definitely not like even. At least I can see it, but maybe I'm obviously a little too hard on myself sometimes about things. But I mean, like I said, we're happy with it. I'm just glad we have a path down to the pool, and we also moved the swing set. I don't know if you guys noticed that in this shot, but we moved all Cole's play stuff over here to the side of the house, so everything is pretty much behind, like kind of behind our house now, like everything to hang out in, the fire pit. We're going to actually get some tiki torches to put around the fire pit, and then eventually we're going to do solar lights all the way down through the pathway, which I think will look really nice. And also around the pool crater, we're probably going to do solar lights around there too. So it'll just be a really fun summer hangout area, and I'm super excited to have this fun like area now to hang out in, and to maybe invite some people over to hang out, whatever, and just to have family nights, to have a place to hang. It's exciting, and we're just so thankful and grateful for the opportunity and all the people that helped us get this project done and make it possible. I'm so thankful. So anyways, I'm going to continue filling the dirt in around the edges here just to fill it in to make it even with the grass and everything. Just filling in the holes, and I think it looked really good once we got all that dirt in there. It looked a lot better. But I'm using Cole's shovel actually, which is this really nice little Black & Decker shovel that's for kids. But it worked so good for this, and I was just taking my shovel, and whenever I go to put the dirt down, I was tipping it to the side instead of putting it like straight down. Tipping my shovel to the side, and the dirt was going right in there so easily. But yeah, that is pretty much what we're doing here for a little while. I just sped this up really fast because I wanted to share it all with you guys, but I feel like this kind of job is a little boring. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed so far. Leave me a comment down below if you guys like this video, and stay tuned because we're not done. So me and my husband started putting the rocks in a wheelbarrow, and we started to bring them over, and then I started placing them where I wanted them. So we're basically just covering the black tarp that is laid down, and we're just filling them in. And guys, I placed so many rocks by hand yesterday, but guess what? This whole wall is going to be placed by hand. It's time consuming for sure, but for whatever reason, I really enjoyed this part. I don't know why, but I thought that I would hate doing this, but I actually really liked doing it. And it looked so nice when I was done fixing up the little section of rock wall that I did do yesterday. I thought I did a pretty good job, and even my dad and my husband said it looked so good. So I did most of the rock placing myself yesterday. My dad called me and was like, hey, you want me to come up and move some of those rocks with my machine? And me and my husband were so thankful, because we started loading in the wheelbarrow, and let me tell you guys, these rocks are so heavy. So he come up, he moved some rocks down, and here he's helping me and my husband kind of figure out how we wanted them to go and what it was gonna be like. So we started stacking them along the wall, and I started over on the far right corner and started placing them by hand, and my dad was just kind of trying to see what it was going to look like here and see how many rocks he had down in here. So he kind of couldn't see when he was on his machine, so he just wanted to test it out and see what it was going to look like. But we actually went to somebody else's house that has this rock wall that my dad knows, and that's where we got this idea to do this. But they're basically just river rock, but they're cut in half, in little small pieces, and then you can landscape with them. And they were kind of expensive, but I think we had just enough. I think we got 3 ton is what we ordered, and it's actually, I think it's going to be enough, because I was actually worried when they brought the pile. I was like, that does not look like enough rock, but actually they spread a really long way, and once you start stacking them and moving them where you want them, they go a really long way. So yeah, so you guys are going to see me start stacking them, and then, like I said, I'm going to give you guys an overview at the end of this video of what we got going on so far. It's not a complete shot of everything, but I will give you guys more of a final update in another video once we get everything done. And there'll be some more motivation in another video too, where we're probably going to do the picnic table and put the gravel down. We did put gravel around this little concrete table up here above me here, if you guys can see, but those seats we haven't put back on yet because they are so heavy, and I don't even know if we're going to be able to pick them back up to put them back on there. It's a challenge. But thank you guys for being here today. Be sure to subscribe if you like this kind of content, and stay tuned, because we'll be doing some more home cleaning in the next video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.